See that guy there? He's standing in the vast expanse of possibility, surrounded by endless horizons stretching into infinity. Yet there he is, stuck in a box. It's like having the key to a treasure chest of unlimited dreams, but choosing to sit on the lid instead. This isn't just any box, though. It's a cube of his own making, constructed from societal norms, personal fears, and a whole bunch of shoulds and musts that have somehow defined the boundaries of his world. And the funniest part? It isn't even locked. Yeah, it's not even locked. Even better, it's not even real. Join us on this journey to explore not just the mystical and philosophical cubes that bind our souls, but also the very real, very tangible boxes we've unwittingly confined ourselves to. It's time to unpack those constraints, stretch our limbs, and maybe, just maybe, step out into the boundless playground of life that awaits us beyond the cube. As we delve deeper into the metaphor of the soul snared within a cube, we uncover not just the philosophical and mystical dimensions that define our existence, but also the tangible constraints that manifest in our everyday lives. These constraints, symbolized by the structures such as the graduation cap, serve as poignant reminders of the cubes that confine our thinking, limit our potential, and dictate the paths we tread. This journey from understanding to liberation, from recognizing the mystical cubes to identifying real-life constraints, forms a cohesive narrative of awakening and transcendence. The cube, as depicted in sacred geometry, represents the earth element, embodying stability and physicality. This perspective is rooted in the belief that geometric shapes hold symbolic meanings reflecting the natural world. Sacred geometry, a study that attributes symbolic and sacred meanings to certain geometric shapes and proportions, views the cube as a grounding force, mirroring the solidity and foundation of the earth beneath us. In Kabbalistic tradition, the cube is linked to the structure of the tree of life, a mystical concept that describes the path to divine understanding and the framework of creation. The tree of life is composed of 10 nodes or sephirot, each representing different aspects of God's creation. When envisioned in 3 dimensions, some interpretations align these sephirot in a way that can be contained within or related to the geometry of a cube, symbolizing how physical and spiritual realms intersect and how the divine permeates all aspects of existence. Alchemy, with its focus on transformation, sees the cube as a metaphor for the alchemical process itself. Alchemists aim to purify and transform base metals into noble ones, most notably turning lead into gold. This materia, or the raw material, that undergoes a profound transformation, mirroring the alchemist's own spiritual journey from ignorance to enlightenment. These diverse interpretations across sacred geometry, Kabbalah, and alchemy illustrate the cube's role as a metaphor for the limitations and possibilities of our existence, both physical and spiritual. They encourage us to explore beyond the visible, to seek understanding and connection with the broader universe and the spiritual essence that animates it. Transitioning from the mystical to the tangible, the graduation cap emerges as a modern-day example of how societal structures can act as cubes that keep us boxed in. It symbolizes the culmination of an educational journey that, while valuable, often promotes conformity over individuality, standardization over innovation. This cap, ostensibly a crown of achievement, can inadvertently become a lid on our aspirations, encouraging us to remain within the confines of what we've been taught and limiting our exploration of the vast potential that lies beyond. In a world brimming with expectations, society crafts a myriad of boxes to confine us. From the relentless pursuit of academic accolades and the linear progression of career ladders, to the subtle pressures of social media, where we're urged to curate picture-perfect lives. There's the age-old blueprint of success that champions financial prosperity over personal fulfillment, and the cultural norms that dictate our roles based on age, gender, and background. Let's not overlook the invisible cages of conformity where diverging paths are often met with raised eyebrows rather than applause. Amidst this cacophony of constraints, we find ourselves navigating a labyrinth of shoulds and musts, each turn reinforcing the walls of our societal cube. But amidst this pressure to conform in the myriad ways We're nudged into predefined shapes. One can't help but ponder, wasn't it claimed to be hip to be square? The journey towards liberation involves recognizing and challenging not just the cubes that shape our lives in profound ways. The journey towards liberation involves recognizing and challenging not just the symbolic constraints like the graduation cap, but also the broader societal and cultural norms that define our understanding of success and fulfillment. These invisible cubes shape our lives in profound ways, prescribing a linear path that might not resonate with our true selves. By questioning these norms and the values they espouse, we begin the process of breaking free, carving out a space where we can live authentically and pursue our genuine passions. Equally important in our quest to escape the cube are the internal battles we face against our fears and limiting beliefs. As we bravely chip away at the societal cube that's been meticulously constructed around us, turning our gaze inward reveals a more subtle, yet equally formidable square, our own fears and limiting beliefs. This internal square, built from doubts and past experiences, looms large, whispering tales of caution and restraint, convincing us of our supposed limitations. It's like finding out that, in all its essence, we've been contributing bricks to our own walls. Reminiscent of the poignant refrain, all in all, it's just another brick in the wall. This metaphor not only echoes our collective struggle with conformity and the pressures of societal expectations, but also highlights the personal aspect of our journey. The process of confronting and dismantling these internal barriers is deeply personal and relatable. It mirrors the universal human experience of striving to break free from self-imposed confines. Armed with courage and self-compassion, we embark on this journey, challenging the narrative that have held us captive. It's about recognizing those moments when we're the ones holding the trowel, laying another brick in the wall of our limitations, and then deciding to put it down. By allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, to question and to grow, we begin to see the cracks in these walls, opening up to new possibilities and experiences. In doing so, we're not just demolishing a square or a wall, but we are actively participating in the reconstruction of our lives, free from the confines we both inherited and built. This isn't just an act of breaking down, it's a transformation, a liberation that resonates with the core of our being, making the journey both universally relatable and intimately personal. It is a path that acknowledges the intricate interplay between the spiritual and the material, the internal and the external, guiding us towards a life of greater freedom, fulfillment, and authenticity. As the journey of dismantling the cube reaches its peak, imagine a mystic standing at the crossroads of our collective consciousness, hands raised towards the starlit sky, channeling the ancient energies of the universe. With words steeped in the wisdom of ages, they weave a spell of liberation, a powerful incantation that resonates deep within the soul of every being, trapped within their own cube of fears, doubts, and societal chains. By the light of the stars and the earth beneath our feet, I call upon the forces of transformation and renewal. Let the walls that confine us crumble. Let the squares that limit our essence dissolve into the winds of change. Release us from the binds of conformity, from the shadows of fear that cloud our true potential. Open the gates of our hearts and minds, that we may walk freely in the garden of infinite possibilities. As the mystic speaks, a palpable energy sweeps across the landscape, a gentle yet unyielding force that seeks out the corners and edges of every cube, every square of limitation. With a silent roar, the spell casts its light into the darkness, illuminating the bricks we've laid one by one, not to destroy but to transmute. The walls begin to shimmer and shift, transforming from barriers into bridges, from confines into gateways of freedom. In a moment of profound silence and awe, the cube vanishes, not with the violence of demolition, but with the grace of enlightenment. It leaves behind not a void, but a space filled with the boundless potential of what can be when we step beyond our self-imposed boundaries. The mystic lowers their hands, their spell complete, but the magic they've unleashed continues to ripple through the fabric of reality, a testament to the power of awakening and the eternal quest for liberation. In this moment of transcendence, we realize that the cube was never our prison but our teacher. Its walls, once thought to be impenetrable, were but veils waiting to be lifted, revealing the endless horizon of our true journey. As we step forward, unbound and uncontained, we carry with us the wisdom of the spell, a reminder that our freedom was never lost, just waiting to be reclaimed through the alchemy of spirit and the courage to envision beyond the cube. To understand the cube, one must become the cube, stable, yet ever ready to roll beyond the known. Human influence out.